this opportunity we had together, now you are confirming you're exhausted. You are maybe pushing that away. Before we had our session, you didn't want to admit you were tired. You didn't want to admit you were wore out and exhausted. This is you admitting you're exhausted. So congratulations. You just found out you're exhausted.
Okay.
Now what are you going to do? Does that make sense? And that's where we come in also. As an ITB therapist, if you want to push into being an ITB therapist, that's the next component, is supporting them as they wake up to what's really happening inside of them, in their life, in their body, in where they want to go. Because what I found in not only doing this format, but also doing the energy medicine, the rest of the work that I did before this, was that a lot of the job was, I'm doing this body work with you, and you're finding out how pissed off you are. You're finding out how irritated you are. You're finding out how hurt you are. You're finding out how you have been abusing your body and how you are practicing abuse that you learned from wherever you learned it from, whether it be television or whoever raised you. So when people start to wake up to that, I didn't tell them that. They come back and say, God, I just feel really overwhelmed. I'm having these sensations of being in, moving in and out of depression, or moving in and out of these, I feel like I want to cry a lot. And it's like, well, this is wonderful. This is you waking up to what's inside of you. This is you waking up to what you really are experiencing in this life. And you may have come up with coping mechanisms to get through the day, to get through moment-to-moment experiences that are really shitty. And maybe you had to do that. But when a coping mechanism turns into a habit or a lifestyle, that's when the trouble sets in. And do you know what I mean by a coping mechanism? Okay, if you don't know what I mean by a coping mechanism, a really common coping mechanism is, I'm going to do X, Y, Z because I'm stressed out from A, B, C. Okay? So you can insert anything you want. Coping mechanisms can be anything. I can go play a sport. I can go work out. I can go drink. I can drink alcohol. I can go meditate. I can go do something to deal with or avoid specifically, not just deal with, but to avoid the tension that's alive in my life. And we have face-to-face coping mechanisms. We also have distance coping mechanisms. All right? So I may act like an asshole to you in your face, so I don't have to feel what is really happening between the two of us. I may act like I don't understand what's happening. Oh, wow, that's really going on? Oh my God, really? I may act like that to disengage from actually being with you. Because if I'm with you, I'm going to empathize with you. I'm going to open up and be vulnerable with you, and I may actually feel some of my own discomfort as well. And most people don't want to feel their pain, especially in our culture, but it's always been in humanity. We really don't want to feel how we really feel, because it's oftentimes very scary. You know, feeling something